Okay, let's see. I need to make sure that the Hello there! Look who it is. Barely getting out of here thanks to COVID, but managing to show up for fucking Xenoblade nonetheless. It's DrLockdown, and somehow I fucking made it. And to answer your question, no Cybernetic Geek, I don't hate Siege Magnus. I just like Earthrise Magnus. Get your fucking facts straight, brah. Hello everyone, I finally made it. Ah god, I have had a rubbish past few days. It has been absolute trash. Like, Jesus. For those who don't know, I'm recovering from COVID-19. It has just been absolute worst thing ever. Like, Jesus Christ. I pretty much slept it all off on the first day though, and now I'm just getting rid of the residual cough, so if my voice sounds a little bit kind of it's because of that. Also, I know the focus is a bit weird at the moment. I don't know why this is refusing to focus on me. It is kind of weird, but maybe if I turn that up a little bit, that might be able to focus a little bit better. Who knows? Probably not. I gotta replace this with an actual webcam instead of the iPhone, but we'll have to see. No, I did not kill Vaughn. Vaughn's very hard to write into episodes at the moment because of the current movie situation. Oh god, the focus is getting really bad. It's like the videos with the stabilization effects. Fuck me, this is just absolutely bonkers. Lol. Is the, quick question, is the, audio levels okay? Are the audio levels okay? Because it's looking fine on my end. Just shout off in the comments if the audio... Yeah, the music, that's funny thing, I'm seeing the thing on the phone before it shows up in the chat here, because it's a bit of a delay. This music kicks aft. Yes, it does kick ass, because, it's basically, this is from Xenoblade X, it's the Noctilum thing. It's actually done by Hiroyuki Sawano, the guy who did Kill la Kill, Attack on Titan, Gundam Unicorn, all of those great shows. He did the music for Xenoblade X. Some of the songs you're going to get in the first little bit are from Xenoblade X. I feel like get on a bit of a Xenoblade kind of thing. The music you're going to hear for the intro, at least, is all Xenoblade. Even the first one, that was also Xenoblade. But yeah, I know a lot of people on this channel are not big fans of Xenoblade. I hope to change that, because it is a masterful franchise that just keeps getting better with each game. Like, you have the first game, fantastically done. You got 3D, which still manages to hold the charm of the original and packs it into a small space so you can actually play it on the go. You've got X, which is very experimental. The one I'm playing at the moment, it's very, very weird, and some parts are great. The music is louder than my voice. Okay, well, I'll turn it down a little bit. Thanks for the notice on that. That's down a bit. That should help a little bit. Yeah. So there's that residual COVID cough. Just won't go away, even though I'm, I think I'm fine at this point, but I don't know, haven't tested. Still just isolating. But yeah, X there's some amazing bits, but there's also some really frustrating bits. It's definitely more Western open world RPG than Xenoblade game, but it's still got some cool stuff for it. Then there's Xenoblade 2, which I've come to love a lot more in the previous years now that people know how to actually play it. The tutorials really made it seem worse than it was, because, people had to data mine the game and figure out half the things. Watch Chugga Convoy's playthrough and take a shot every time he says data mined, or data mined. Yeah, American pronunciations or Canadian pronunciations. God, some people consider that not the true English. I think we call those people bigots, but whatever. Then there's Xenoblade 3, then there's the side games. Future Connected didn't really like. Torna, I love, it's amazing. I think it's better than Xenoblade 2, to be honest. And then there's this one, which is just, well, it's a whole fucking acid trip of parallel universe fuckery and bonkers stuff. Also, I'm so glad I can actually do a Xenoblade reaction here, because they don't just shadow drop a trailer with a random release date at the last minute, and can do a lot more. Yeah, it's pretty good. I managed to pre-order the special edition, surprisingly, because for those not aware, it's crashed the website in America. Yes, Xenoblade 3 is so popular that the special edition crashed the Nintendo website. Crashing the mobile website into artillery. How long have you been in the force? I'm going to be making a lot of Xenoblade jokes that I don't think any of the chat is going to get today. I think you'll see, because this is a double stream blowout, because tomorrow is going to be the Fan First Friday, and yeah, more people are going to show up for that, because it's a Transformers channel. It's just the way it is, but I wanted to get this reaction on camera just because I just fucking wanted to. It's Japanese media, bound to have a little bit of nonsense. Surprisingly, not as much nonsense as you'd think. Xenoblade is the reverse of Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, understanding the base lore and everything is fucking bananas, but when you actually get down to the deep themes on show, it's really quite simple. It's friendship is great, be friends. Xenoblade is the opposite. At a base level, it's really easy to understand and it's very heartfelt. It puts personal stories on the forefront, but start digging into the lore, the further you go, it becomes a rabbit hole and it's just absolutely bananas. Highly recommend, seriously, if you have a Switch right now, just fucking get Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I cannot recommend it enough. If you ever take a recommendation for me over any action figure or game or movie, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on Nintendo Switch. Even if you don't have a Switch, maybe try emulating it. Seriously, it is a masterwork of an RPG. Even people who dislike RPGs like this game. It is fucking amazing. Did I see the repro label set for Legacy Laser Prime, bringing it right back to Transformers? Because of course that's what this channel is. I did, and I'll have to see, because I've actually got a lot of Laser Primes at the moment. I've kind of got myself a nice little collection. I've got the original Scourge, I've got a mint and sealed box E-Hobby G2 Magnus coming in, I've got the Reveal the Shield Deluxe, I've got a repro-labeled Titan's Return version that turns into the Action Master version, I've got Rhymes Worth a Dime just sent me the Velocitron version, I've got the Fans Hobby one coming in, I've got the Spy Changer of Scourge, I've got the Universe Spy Changer Optimus Prime, I've also got the, finally the Legacy version, and I'll probably, despite my grievances, I'll at least entertain the idea that Black Convoy can be good. I'll give him a shot. If he sucks, I can always sell him later, as I do many times when I purchase things. Emulators are dank, yes. My Wii U is in storage at the moment, but I want to play Xenoblade X before 3 comes out, and so I've been emulating on this thing using CMU. I fully own a Wii U, I fully own the copy of the game that I started, but it's in storage. Every time I make one of those house burning down jokes, it's because something is in storage and I can't access it. Like Xenoblade X, emulators are great. Retroid Pocket 2, isn't it the one that Wolf Den did a thing on? I don't know. Laser Prime Simp? Maybe. I mean, it's a killer design. I gotta say, hands down, the original G2 Laser Prime mold, one of the best Transformer molds on the planet. It still is a masterwork. Like, it's gonna be hard to top that. Fans Hobby is the only one that I think can potentially come close, but I'll have to see, because that one's still coming here. I only emulate older games you can't buy anymore. Well, I do too, but the thing is, I usually try to buy games as well, but I understand that some people don't have a console and aren't in a financial situation to buy that console, so emulation works great for them as well. It's all about a balance. You buy what you can with the money that you have, and you don't buy what you can't. Currently playing Xenoblade 2, and I'm loving it. Yeah, I've got that game, actually that was the game that made me get a Switch. Xenoblade 2 was, well, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get a Switch for that, and so I did. I really liked it when I first played it, but I kind of want to go back and play it because there's a lot that I missed, and I don't know, I think I could do a better playthrough. Am I feeling it now, Doc? Am I feeling it now? Well, I'm feeling the COVID in my bloodstream, with this residual cough that refuses to go away, so I can't fucking record YouTube videos. I wanted to record the next review today, but I can't, so now I'm gonna have to push it back a week. That's fun, that's what I'm feeling. They should remake Xenogears? Yes, they should remake Xenogears, or at least port it to a modern system. I mean, they've done Chrono Cross. They really need to do Chrono Trigger. It's been ages since they've redone Chrono Trigger. Yeah, they should definitely put Xenogears, and if they can, they should fix up the second disc on that. I'd totally buy that. I would 100% buy that. Can I tweak up the volume of my voice anymore? Unfortunately, no. I can try this, but that's not really going to do much. Nah, that knob doesn't do anything. this is pretty much as loud as the microphone goes. I can turn down the music, but I can't turn up the mic. I'm really sorry. Sorry if everyone asked, how did I come up with the house on fire thing? And no one's actually asked that before. So my family's going through a separation at the moment, and yeah, we had a whole, the family was going through a separation, and then there was, basically I thought, well, okay, I'm going to be stuck at a certain point. My figures are going to have to go into storage, because we're going to be putting all of our stuff into storage, which is why 90% of my collection is in storage, and which is why making second opinions is very difficult. So I came up with that as a kind of story joke reason, where the house is burned down so I can't access anything. Yeah, so... Yeah, no, you actually are the first person to really ask that on stream. No one's asked that on stream before, and even if someone's answered something before, I'm happy to answer. Yeah, but still took a while before that happened after that, but yeah. Basically I chucked most of my collection in storage. I've mostly just got new stuff now from the last year at my disposal. Lego Prime, a lot of Legacy, some of the new Studio Series things. Actually, if I just reach across the table, you'll take a look. And look who I've got over here. I keep forgetting that it's not mirrored, it's, yeah, like that. Big, beefy boy. And, I can't pose him because the ratchets are too fucking loud for this time of night. But he's a big one. Not a perfect figure, but still pretty good. Also, all the way from Asia, not a stolen sample. I paid for this legally. Don't worry, I don't do that on this channel. Yeah, boy. Blitzwing. Behold, Perry the Bumblebee, my I don't care-inator, because I don't care. To be honest, this figure's pretty good. Seriously. I don't get this figure. The figure's hate. Like, well, I do get it. It photographs really badly. Like, I turn it around and you can see all the stuff on the back, and I transform this and it looks pretty shit, but yeah, in person, it's fine. It's nothing amazing, but it's still pretty good. Hope you get well soon, Doc. Thank you. I hope I get well soon, too, because isolation ends in a day or two, and I'm back into the workforce, legally speaking. Amazing. Yay. Ah, well, here's what it is. So, yeah, what am I expecting from this? I'm really, really hoping they don't go over the same stuff that was seen on the Twitter. On Twitter, Monopon, the Japanese Xenoblade Twitter account, has been putting out things pretty much Monday to Friday. Every weekday they've been putting stuff out. So stuff usually comes out in the afternoon here in Australia. I know people on some of the Xenoblade Discords have stayed up and late to try and see it, and I'm like, okay, you do you. And yeah, it's been really going into the combat, into the areas, into the fact that the territorial rot bard is back. The monkey moment. You would have seen I did a ping on the Discord server for the monkey moment. But yeah, pretty much, I'm just hoping that we see new stuff. We've seen a lot of stuff on the Japanese Twitter account, and this will be streamed, this direct will be streamed in Japan as well, so try and give us new stuff. New locations, new soundtracks, new character bios. Maybe they can go over the character bios again, because we'll see more footage of them. And they might tread some of the same ground, but I don't want them to tread the new ground. However, they need a delicate balance. I don't want to get spoiled too much on the story. I really don't want to, but, you know, we'll have to see. I know a lot of people ultimately say, oh, I don't want to get spoiled. I don't want to get spoiled by watching this. Well, for me, I think it's... For me, it's... I can get excited now, or I can get excited in the game itself. It's still the same level of excitement, just kind of separated into two whole things. Because for me, the experience of a Xenoblade game is the hype leading up to it, and the game itself, and decompiling afterwards and going back to it later. It's a bit of a different situation. Can't relate to the whole separation and divorce thing. His parents have been together. Hey, a lot of parents are like that. A lot of parents are like that. Not mine. One of them is a fuckwit, who I won't go into details on stream. Maybe one day that's a story to tell. Hello, Doc. I got my Motor Master too, and from when I first got it, the box and one of the shoulder rats, yeah, a lot of yellowing with Motor Master. I guess I'll bring him back over. Fortunately, mine has no yellowing whatsoever. One of my friends did have one with a bit of mold flash on one of the shoulders. I don't know if it's this shoulder or the other shoulder. And, yeah, I think this thing was rushed. I think this thing was rushed to meet the Big W toy sale for the end of the financial year. Basically, for those outside of Australia, there's Pyramith. Sorry, I'm looking at the things that are getting fixed up. Fuck. I'm tired and reading the chat and saying things. Fuck, what am I saying? Okay, so, end of financial year. Basically, stores will often do a sale to get rid of excess stock. In time, that evolved into a method of a toy sale where, oh, it's the end of financial year toy sale. Buy things now with your tax returns and then save them up for Christmas on lay-by. It's a great way of doing things. Really, it's just another excuse of capitalism, but I'm not really one to criticize that when my entire channel revolves around reviewing toys. So there is that. So yeah, yellowing Motomaster good. Yeah, the yellowing, well, as long as you get your Motomaster from a reputable source, just go back and return it. I know most people I know who had the yellowing Motomasters just called up and said, hey, can I get a replacement? And they said, yeah, sure. So that's why you always order from a reputable source that will honor replacements. Or if, I guess, sometimes if not, you can always purchase a second one and then return that one if you lose the receipt, but I've never really liked that method. I know people do it, but I've never liked that method personally. But yeah, I'm guessing Motomaster was rushed. A lot of the yellowing things. Wait, wait, hang on. Why is my stream set up? Why is that in the stream setup? It just suddenly went to the end of the stream setup. Okay, I need to actually do this. Okay, here we go. Xenoblade music ran out, so why is this? No! Stop going to... Oh, God. Sorry. Let me just pick a different thing here. Here we go. Oh god, that was actually a bit terrifying. Okay, so while I was talking, it suddenly went outside the stream playlist into a jazz cover that I used to use in my YouTube videos that I don't have permission to use anymore because the composer said, I am going legit, becoming a legitimate musician, therefore it is illegal for you to use my songs now. So that was pretty concerning for a second there. So let's just pretend that didn't happen for a moment there. Let's read some of this chat. Tweak up my I can't tweak up the volume any further. It's more that the music has to go down and the volume stays it. The volume literally won't go any higher in OBS. I do apologize. Oh wait, that was from earlier. That's from earlier, so that's fine. Let's see. Let's read some of the chat. Main complaint about Blitzwing is really just the jet mode bottom wings. Well, every triple changer has one alt mode that kind of sucks. Every triple changer on the planet, except Siege, Springer, and a few rare others. There's always one that, you know, has that. When picking him up, there was surprisingly such a huge line for him. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden Transformers fans across, you know, Australia. You don't really notice, but yeah. You don't really notice until you see them out in public, but there's quite a few Transformers collectors here. I guess I got plenty of local mates. I guess usually the friend group that I kind of hang out with is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's usually 5 people and myself, so 5 people excluding myself that hang out and kind of collect things. So yeah, there's quite a few Transformers fans down here. How they did the faux cab was pretty interesting. It was. I think Magic Square handled it a bit better, and I think Magic Square is just an all-around better combiner, but I mean, of course it is. Like, it's the same price, but for a time... Well, it's $50 more, and, like, half the size, or a third of the size. Of course it's going to be better. But it's still pretty good. If I have to see one more Legacy, Blitzwing can become 2 more... Well, yeah, that whole thing, 2 separate alt modes, doesn't really mean anything anymore. I mean... Siege Starscream can separate from his kibble. It's an amazing figure. Yeah, it used to be a marker of a really bad shell former, but these days it doesn't really mean much. Let's see, looking around... let's see. Who was the jazz musician? I'm not going to mention that, sorry, I'm just... do I have any pets? Yeah, I got Scout. It's appeared on videos tons of times. No friends in Australia who collect Transformers? There's plenty of Transformers collectors here down in Australia. Like, seriously, there should be meetups that the TCCA holds, if that helps. But yeah, Robot Masters Reverse Convoy. No interest in that figure. Looks fine. Not my thing. In-country buying Transformers and Gundams. Like Monster Hunter. What the hell? I don't get that. Oh, wait, I get it. Yeah. It's like a Monster Hunter Battle Royale free-for-all. Saying it's difficult. Yeah, that's... Honestly, buying stuff here is a pain in the ass too with scalpers and limited stock, so... I typically just import from Singapore. That's just how I do it. Can't believe Studio Series Voyages are now $60. All Voyages are going to be $60 now. It's just what's going to happen. It's called inflation. Voyages have been $45 since I was a kid, back in the movies. They haven't increased. Only deluxes have. It's like the price has to go up at some point. You know, costs and stuff go up eventually. There's an alternative. If either the prices go up or we get a repeat of Fall of Cybertron. You'll remember that those figures were absolute garbage because all the budget was sucked out of them. And like, you look at that and it's like, no thank you. I don't want that again. No thank you very much. Anyway, I am going to get this set up. So, it's about 4 minutes until the stream. So I am going to find a little thing here. So I'm just going to start setting up the stream. We have it here. Okay. So let us go. That's going to work well. And here we go. And here we go. That's it. That was trippy for a couple of seconds, but it should be fine. Okay. The rarest Transformers collectible I own would probably be Wonderfest Minerva. Basically, it was only produced in like less than 200 quantities in a Japanese convention, and it is illegal to sell it outside of the Japanese convention, and yet someone sold it on Yahoo Japan anyway. It's so fucking rare that nobody knows about it. It's so obscure that it's not valuable. It's really bloody cheap. I got it for $70 despite its rarity. It's still sitting half built in the storage facility. First Toy Hacks order, pretty sure Ozpost lost it. Contact Repro Labels and they'll send you a replacement free of charge. They're real, the customer service is great. Yeah, finding that one Transformer is a pain in the ass, especially if distribution is delayed. The double hockey sticks, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, honestly, I've given up on local collecting. It's just importing now because it just saves me so much of a hassle. It's just enough is enough. Why does Toy Hacks take so damn long? It's because what happens is they send to a singular person once a month in Australia. And then that person will send each parcel out to everyone in Australia. I know this person personally. In fact, he keeps inviting me over for barbecues, and every time something comes up, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, mate. Craig, if you're watching this, I am so sorry that I'm always so busy. It is not my intent. But yeah, Craig's the customer service representative in Australia, and he's the guy that sends it out to everything. So that's why Toy Hacks takes so long. They're sending replacements with tracking. Oh, they don't have tracking because it's only sent locally. They send it to Craig. Craig sends it out to everyone. It's just the way it goes. You can contact him through the TCCA on Facebook in the groups. As all the Australian guys hang out there. But that's why they don't have tracking, because it's once a month to him. And then he cheaply sends it out through Australia's postal service. That's why you're not spending $40 postage for each label set. And that's why there's no tracking, because it's just a letter that's sent inside Australia. What sources do you get your Transformers for in Singapore? More often than not, it's Robo. I have a friend who buys bulk there. Sometimes I also get things secondhand off Carousel, like eHobby G2 Magnus. I also know that you can get a bunch of other stuff there, like, Eva Convoy. It's a good thing if you know how to use freight forwarders. But it's a bit hard to navigate, and I'm glad I don't have to do that myself. Yep. So much better if there was a tracker. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. The reason why repro labels letters are so cheap is because they're letters. Letters don't have tracking. If you want tracking, you're spending $30 for a parcel. And here we go. Yes, by the way, I've seen Minerva, and she looks amazing. And hopefully this trailer will look amazing. And that's a bit loud. Oh, this shit's trippy. Oh, Mr. Wildride! Mr. Wildride's here! Fuck yeah.
All talk when you left here, but you've nothing to show for it, D.
Oh, spare me, P.
We should have sallied forth in the first place.
Surely the turn is mine.
Was that David Tennant?
Honestly, you make more noise than the rabble at a feast.
Yeah, I know these guys are acting really, really evil and delightfully evil, but there's got to be something behind it. There's got to be something more behind it. Something more nuanced. Xenoblade's always more nuanced. Ooh, fuck. This is hype already. This is fucking hype already.
We each have a lifespan of 10 years. We call them terms. Life begins with our first term and ends at the close of our 10th.
Victory!
And over the course of those 10 years, we fight continually.
Yep, it's fucked up.
I've thought about this a lot.
Of course, this world's fucked up. All the marketing has shown that this world has been a complete fucking shit show.
Tomorrow and the tremors are back. Will I see the same faces when I wake? Will I
Ooh.
even be around to see them?
Lots of trauma.
Get ready! Now, the enemy is before you. Chase them to the ends of the world.
Unchecked, Ouroboros will lead this world to ruin. You must be erased.
Damn. This is looking amazing.
Nourish me, and we can always grow plenty more.
Yep, definitely the evil third side that's secretly in control of everything. Totally not going to be another form of Zanza at the end of it.
You gave us a choice,
I think I might need to keep this off just so I'm being quiet.
and you made it true.
That mark there. Late 10th term, eh? 3 months left. That about right?
3 months, aka 100 hours in the game.
Gone from this world.
How many of you are getting made an example of on Hope's Rest this time?
The lost numbers are attacking!
We have good reason to meet with them. To bring
Yeah, this is gonna be a real tragic tearjerker of a game, I just know it. They're gonna replace a lot of the anime sexy moments. They're gonna replace a lot of those with just pure unadulterated trauma. And honestly, I for one am all for it. I'm all for a more mature story like the first game.
Buy you some extra time.
2's a great game, but it had its issues.
I don't want any of your time.
If the world holds our lives back, I will end it!
These are our lives here. They're not some toys you can just play with.
Seriously, every scene I see of this just makes me ask more questions and gives me less answers.
Many have tried, but none have ever managed to escape its flow.
Damn.
What is it they need to stay alive? Water? Food? Certainly. But what we need most is life itself.
Yeah, see, look at this. This is running on the Switch, by the way. It's absurd that this is running on the Switch.
Is becoming your own in turn.
Oof. That is kind of fucked up.
Of Ionios. The nations of Kevis and Agnes and their grisly conflict stand in
How are they even putting so many goddamn characters on the screen? I mean, you gotta keep in mind, this isn't pre-rendered. This is all running in engine. Monolith Soft doesn't do things out of engine. They do this shit in engine. Ooh, I better turn this on.
From the moment of birth, fighting is all the people of Ionios learn.
Christ.
Their fate leads to everyone's destruction.
God god, everyone's still talking about toy hacks when this thing's on the screen. Seriously, why are you talking about toy hacks when we've got fucking Melia on screen here? Look, it's Melia! It's fucking Melia.
In front of their queen is the highest honor.
Like, Jesus. This is fucked up. And you're talking about toy hacks. Really?
In battle, their souls evaporating into the beyond as the melody of the Offseers plays.
I get the feeling this is, with a cast like this, not everyone's going to make it to the end. And I think the past two games, they haven't really had that many player characters killed off. But this needs to... This is gonna be a bit darker, I reckon. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna fucking die.
Countless comrades have lost their lives thanks to this filth. What do you think?
They've spent a lot of money on this new rendering engine. There's something new with this rendering engine and it works great. And they're showing a lot too. A lot of cutscenes like this instead of just a bunch of simple talking ones. I'm sure there'll be plenty of those too, but you can tell this game wasn't rushed like the last one. Xenoblade 2 definitely had some rushed aspects. Getting some Final Fantasy VII vibes from this? Well, Xenogears was meant to be Final Fantasy before they said it was too complicated. So they shunted it off to be its own game, and then that became Xenosaga, and then that became Xenoblade, so... Yeah, it makes sense that you can kind of feel Final Fantasy VII vibes from it. It's the same stock.
Our city.
Defeat the real enemy and restore the world to order.
This story focuses on these 6 characters.
This is what we're meant to
Also, the main character totally looks like a kind of copy of the Xenogears protagonist. Probably minus the alternate personalities.
From the moment I chose this muddy path, I've been more than ready.
Spark you on about?
This is going to be the Ryan replacement. Even he says, you know, let's get stuck in.
About what I can achieve. What I'll leave behind.
Also, here's a fun fact. These are all child soldiers, and they make a very clear fact that they're child soldiers. So that's going to be a whole bunch of trauma. Well, they're not children anymore, but like they've been fighting since they were children, which is pretty fucked up.
Now fugitives of both Kevus and Agnes, these fate-defying hopefuls journey to learn the truths of their world.
Their role is to convey the Queen's directives to the colonies, along with handling admin and decision-making.
Yeah, these are gonna kind of be, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the tweets, probably haven't, because there's only 2 people in the chat at the moment, but yeah.
Mega suspicious?
Oof.
I suspect they may be more deeply involved than we thought. With the reason why we fight, with deciding our fate.
Well, that's clearly a helmet for a high-end tier character. Clearly a helmet for one of those. Oh, I want to see if we see any more locations. I want to see more locations. Come on.
So hot. Keep it together now, Mimi. Hey, look, there.
Come on. Where's the rock bard?
There's an oasis.
Where's the rock bard?
Water.
Where's the rock bard? Give us the rock bard.
hope it's not a mirage.
Where's the fucking rock bard? Come on, give us the monkey.
Ionios is host to various landscapes.
And yes, if you think these areas look like the Bionis Leg and other Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 locations, I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Ooh, there's a Sartor marsh bits, okay.
The wild creatures here range from docile to dangerous.
What the fuck? They're fighting each other? Holy shit, that's new. That's new, okay.
Some creatures make no secret of their ferocious
Gonzalez! That's their fucking...
Keep caution.
from the first game. They brought back the Gonzalez.
Also encounter the soldiers
Damn.
Kevus and Agnes, who
Okay, that's a new mechanic. And that I like. Damn.
Colonies serve as the base camp for both nations. At the heart of each
I wonder if you can just go into the
colony,
colonies.
these are mobile bases and devastating weapons.
I wonder if they can just walk in there and just trade and stuff.
Seek out
You
these
can?
colonies to shop.
Wait, you can? Oh, damn. So it's not like X with the,
Dine.
It's not like X with the prone where they just attack you whenever you go in. Okay, that's good. That means you've actually got other base camps to go into instead of just sneak into. Ooh, affinity chart. Yes.
Get a glimpse
They
of
brought
the
back it
lives
back.
of your
Yes.
friends at these rest spots found in
They brought back the
colonies.
Xenoblade 1 style one, not just the kind of underdone Torna style.
Collected materials
That's good. That's good. And I'm hoping this is better explained than 2 was with these kind of things. And gem crafting I saw on Twitter already with the Monopon account. To you! To me! Come on!
information you hear about from residents to
God, everyone who hasn't played Xenoblade before is probably looking at this as just wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm guessing these are the heart-to-hearts, at least they're... Oh, okay. So heart-to-hearts can
explore
lead
every
into
corner of these
other
fields
things,
as you
okay.
seek out new encounters. Breathtaking scenery.
Oof. That kind of looks like Noctilum a bit.
And ferocious monsters.
Yeah, of course, there's one thing that a lot of people in the chat don't know about. Random high-level monsters will just be chilling in the overworld. It's just a thing that they do.
The locations you visit are saved as landmarks.
Yeah, seriously, the locations in this game, they are fucking
Traversing this
gorgeous.
giant world more manageable.
Oh, damn, that was quick. Was
By
that an
using the
actual...
navigation feature, you can set a
Okay.
course for your next
That's even...
destination
Wow,
without
that's even better than the goddamn Xenoblade Definitive Edition one. Christ!
There are plenty
That's...
of other
Wow!
features that will help you in your adventure,
Jesus!
such as the ability to change the time of day to
You feel
become
depressed hearing about Xenoblade
that
because of
only
Smash?
appear to
No, don't feel depressed. Tons of people got into Xenoblade because of Smash. Okay, that's just... That's the fucking corpse of Torna just sitting there. What the fuck? Ooh, new battle theme. Okay.
Cover fire! Leave it to me!
This doesn't seem like a special monster theme. I think this must be the Agnes battle theme, maybe? Looks like they've got 2 different battle themes, and then a bunch of others.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Ooh, okay, that was a shot from the second trailer. Okay.
draw your weapon when encountering an enemy to seamlessly enter battle.
Oh yeah, another thing that a lot of people in the chat don't know about, all the battles are in the overworld. Yep, Xenoblade is not a turn-based RPG. It is an action RPG that uses a lot of JRPG elements, but, you know, takes place in the overworld. And you can aggro whoever you want, and there's no random encounters, so please, play Xenoblade. Xenoblade is amazing.
Heal allies, to name a few.
Only played Xenoblades 1 and X, and only finished X. How does it connect to the others? I won't say anything, but I would highly recommend finishing Xenoblade 1, because it's just amazing.
Each character takes
But
on a
seriously,
specific
they're all in
skill
separate
set.
universes, so you can actually just play whatever.
Attackers excel at damaging enemies.
Okay, of course, this has been explained on the Twitter account tons already. You got DPS, tanks, and then of course you're gonna have the healers.
And healers can restore HP to keep you in fighting shape.
I'm guessing that, oh no, I think attacker might be a bit more,
Key point to battle.
I'm guessing those terms might be a bit more broad, because there might be other things. There's DPS, then there's probably massive damage and ether attackers as well. Well, there might be, I don't know.
String together arts.
Oh, hey, there's one of those lucky enemies in the background, the glowing ones. Yeah, that was on the Twitter account as well.
Knock them to the
Yeah,
ground.
certain enemies will just have higher drop rates for stuff. Basically JRPG stuff, and you can see it on the
Together
main thing.
successful combos is quite satisfying. You can link
Okay, this I
multiple
wanna
arts
see.
with stunning chain attacks to
Okay, here we go.
devastate enemies. Deal heaps of damage at once and let nothing stand in your way.
Okay, so it's looking like you start off with one, and then everyone else chains onto that. That's cool. Okay, that's an interesting way of, you know, thank God for the multiverse being a thing. Yeah, there is a Xenoblade multiverse, but I won't go into details because that is spoilers. Oh damn, they got a heads-up display unit.
An icon just popped up over your head.
Heads-up display unit, literal heads-up display unit. Fucking Avengers-ing it, where they're pointing to something that they don't actually have on their ear.
Huh? He's lit up like a sparking light bulb.
I've never used this kind of blade before. But all the techniques
Yeah, this was also on the Twitter account where you can swap classes across and change the arts on certain things.
Each character in your party has a class that influences how they battle.
Don't know how this
So yeah,
is working, but cool.
also,
Each class has
and my
a
favorite character so far is easily Uni, because she's just not taking any shit whatsoever. Basically, yeah, they've announced on Twitter that you can link arts and they can use arts from other things, and you can have literally an entire team of DPS if you want, which would be hilarious.
attacks and unleash powerful counters. Medic Gunner.
Literally the embodiment of, I'm a healer, but...
From a position of safety. Tactician.
So they're going over a lot of stuff that we've seen already, but seeing it contextualized in much longer clips is making things a lot clearer. I think this is a good compromise for... Whoa, that looks... That's that area, but inside the colony. It's looking very Mechon-like, so I'm guessing that's a... That would be a Keves colony then. I hope it's got a lot from the Mechonis Fields, because that's like my favorite area from the first game. That'd be pretty good.
Your class can also be changed to match that of your allies. Spend time learning
Okay.
multiple classes for a well-rounded team.
Also, you can just change to any character at any time in this game. They show that you can literally switch characters mid-battle, which is just crazy. That's not something you could do in the previous games. Everyone else was just AI controlled, which meant sometimes you'd have to control certain characters because the AI was terrible. They keep refining everything in this game, seriously. Ooh, I haven't actually seen this ice world. That's Tantal on the outside instead of underground, and also, why was Uni using... Wait, I'm gonna have to go back and check that later after the stream. Because Uni was using fans and wearing something like Melia's clothing. Does that mean Melia's going to be playable in this game? Beats me.
Live fiercely, die spectacularly.
Ooh.
That's how I want the
Nice character
battlefield
design.
of my life to be. It's just that
We've seen this guy already in the...
getting moody just because something's broken.
We've already seen this guy in the Xenoblade Japan Twitter account. Also, unfortunately, no playable Nopon characters. God damn it.
I just wish I wasn't such a weakling. I can't run away from
Also, if you're wondering why certain characters are weirdly designed and others seem more normal, it's probably related to the past two games, so I probably can't explain. There's a reason, but I don't want to spoil it. Oh god. That guy is Edge City. That's fucking Edge City.
Brave residents of Ionios called heroes can lend their arms and aptitude to your team as a 7th party member.
So basically, if these guys come with their own quests, I'm hoping that they're voiced like the Affinity quests in X. The fucking censor bar. That's probably Melia. It's probably Melia there. Lol. I reckon Melee is going to be playable at some point. Anyone going to mention how the main character's sword looks like a core class hot rod sword? Yeah, kinda. Kinda does. That's, I guess, a neat little coincidence.
War medic. Heal party members and bolster them with various buffs. These are only a handful of
Oh,
classes
looking
that
like
Heroes
some of them
bring.
deliberately blocked out.
Your party members can take on any of the
Yeah, I
hero
figured.
classes
So,
as they become
okay.
your allies.
So I'm not sure if Nia's going to be playable, but Melee is probably going to be playable. I know I keep saying it, but more like Edgeworld. Living life on the edge, crashing the edge into the mobile artillery. How long have you been in the force? Got the entire everyone's deep. I know I joked about everyone being DPS earlier, but that is literally was just lol.
What is that thing?
It's Mr. Wild Ride.
It's something else.
You've got a real death wish.
It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. With Mr. Wild Ride. This is gonna be this game's Metal Face, probably. Also, don't look up the Japanese name for Metal Face. Still not getting a lot of spoilers here. It's very early game stuff and out of context stuff. I appreciate it this time. Really appreciate it.
By joining together in battle through interlinking, two characters in your party can fuse into a fiercely powerful form known.
So yeah, basically, I know there was an anime. I know people are saying that Evangelion. This was Evangelion, but I'm guessing it'll be closer to Darling and the Franxx with the way that, you know, they both part of the mech, except they summon the mech. As if this game wasn't enough like Xenogears. Don't want to play games you can't play as a Nopon? Yeah, well, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm guessing too many people complained about how annoying the Nopon were, which sucks because they really aren't. Except for Tatsu and Xenoblade X. Tatsu is fucking horrible.
They're the ones taking the lead. So you'd prefer to take the reins? I just want to do more. Like, pull my weight. You know? Lance, come with me!
So yeah, the two main sets end up interlinking, and then the Nopon cannot interlink, which is really unfortunate.
The Ouroboros is controlled by only one of the two characters. Swap between them to modify the
Oh, what?
arts of the Ouroboros.
Okay. Okay, that's new. You can have two different Ouroboros forms? What the fuck? Okay then, that's another level of complexity. I still have Tora, also still have Ricky. Ricky's great.
Ouroboros can also take part in chain attacks with the rest of the party.
Okay, so there's two separate Ouroboros forms. Okay then. So we must have only seen the Keves Ouroboros forms, which are black, well, purple and black. Fucking surfing on the sword. What is he, Toa Ligon? But yeah, there's that, and then I'm guessing the Agnes ones are white. The Agnes Ouroboros forms are white, I guess. That's pretty clever. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking sweet.
So now, I ain't afraid. Yeah, I'll keep going.
Ah, yeah. So one form is dark purple, one form is white. Yep.
But I'm gonna change. Both me and this world.
Yeah, I hope you guys weren't hoping for contacting me during this game's release. I've got videos planned to come out at that time so that nobody has to contact me. I'm going dark when this game comes out. I'm sorry. I'm just getting off social media to play this. Oh.
Broaden the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with a paid expansion pass.
Really? Day 1 DLC? I mean, I guess the last game had it, so it makes sense. Brand new story scenario. Okay, so that's going to be Torna.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is compatible with amiibo figures. Tap any amiibo to acquire helpful
that's new.
for your adventure. Tap the Shulk amiibo to change your
Mine's in
character's sword
storage.
to appear as the Monado.
You can get the fucking Monado. Okay, that's funny. I would use that, but my Shulk amiibo is in storage. God damn it. Oh wow, that is a vista. What's that off the side there? There's Araya, and I know the sword's in the background, but there's the other vista at the back there. Okay, that was a great balance. That was a great fucking balance. That was, wow. That was fucking amazing. And I just realized that I didn't actually turn up the audio for the thing, so you guys probably barely heard it, but... oh well, it doesn't matter. That was a direct. That was a great Xenoblade Direct. Like, damn, I am super hyped for this game now. That is a fucking great game. Something similar in Digimon as well, transforming into a mech. Yeah, that's kind of similar with the fusions and such. You've watched this for 40 seconds and you love it? Seriously, the Xenoblade franchise is amazing, and everyone deserves to give it a shot at some point. I've been trying to get Firebite to get into this franchise for ages because it's right up his alley, and he just doesn't have a Switch, and it pains me. 1 has a sword that enhances any of your attributes. 2 has other entities that power you up. 3 is straight up fusion. It also has interlink and other stuff as well. Crazy. There was audio. At last there was audio, and I had it down too quietly because I forgot to turn it up for the event. My mistake, but oh well, at least I got this. Damn, that was fucking amazing. Wowzers. Why can't it be July 29th already? Fucking hell. Seriously, I will say it again. If anyone here is a fan of my content and trusts in my recommendations, I beg you, please play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It is a masterpiece. Please, I am begging you. If there is only one person in this stream who was convinced to try that game out because of my recommendation, this stream will have been a success. Please. I don't really have anything else to say at this point. I don't have much else to say at all. It's just... can you pirate Definitive Edition? Well, not everyone can afford it, so I'm not going to judge you for doing that. And now it's not... there we go. I mean, not everyone can afford a Switch or Definitive Edition, so whatever, go ahead if you really feel like it. Gonna go back and play the first Xenoblade. Good luck. It is an amazing game. Just enjoy with the side quests at your own pace, and you won't ever have to grind. It's great. You would, but don't have the money or the previous game. You don't have to play the previous game. These are all their own universes and all separate. If you have played the previous games, it's better, but you can jump in literally anywhere. I know people who've jumped in one or jumped in the other, and it's great. It doesn't really matter. Just jump in anywhere. Seriously, you can jump in this, you can jump it everywhere else. Would buy it, but in limbo between buying a PS5 or a Switch. Just get a Switch. These days, a lot of the PlayStation exclusives are popping on PC anyway. I bought a PS4, and now all of the games I played on that PS4 are on the PC, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Why did I buy a PS4 then? Could have just waited and gotten this. Seriously, a Switch is just the way to go because of portability. You'll find that you'll want everything on the Switch once you get the Switch. It's something else. It's absolutely crazy. Anyway, I think I've run out of things to say. The game... oh, jump in anywhere? Oh, like Mega Man. Well, I mean, you can jump in with any Mega Man game, so Xenoblade's pretty much the same. Just, yeah. Except for the expansion that comes with Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition, that you got to play that after the first game, but that's the one exception. Anyway, I think I'm out of stuff to say. Thanks for joining me. Thank you. I think I'll see you some other time. Bye!